Your guide to reading more is finally here. You see, I always wanted to read more, but I never actually got past the point of a few weeks. Until one day I just couldn't stand it anymore and decided to find the answer. Whole internet for a month. Watched almost every YouTube video on a topic of how to start reading, and I finally got the answers. But you see, reading a lot is a combination of a lot of small tasks that you might need to do. First, motivation. Section that eradicate the friction and gets you in the right mindset. Reading is much better quality than watching YouTube videos or any other source of knowledge. Just think about it. People lived on this planet for 80 years and they passed their wisdom, their best thoughts and lessons from life on a piece of paper, and you can actually read it. It's amazing. It is super cheap and most of the time it might be even free. You also obtain better vocabulary with it, so you speak like an angel. And if you're a genius, you can also train your voice, your pronunciation with books. And it's amazing if you read it out loud. And by the way, I'm talking only about non-fiction here. Scientific books like self-improvement. Second part, preparation, which will explain how you can exactly prepare yourself in an environment so that it's really hard and almost impossible to skip reading. So, make an appointment with the book. Say, I will read at this time and this place. So I will read like at 8 p.m. before I go to sleep in my bed. And it's even best if you go to your Google Calendar or whatever calendar you use and plan it there. It creates friction to actually not to read than to read. Also, main thing that helped me is actually connecting your habit to already existing habit. So if you want to implement reading, you go and connect it with brushing your teeth or eating your breakfast or going and preparing to sleep. It's amazingly good because we actually stuck in this loop. If we start doing what we already do, then we might need to continue. It's like a train. You build up an additional wagon. Prepare your book, download it or buy it beforehand and then put it just in front of your eyes, so it's super hard not to read. But it might not work if you don't have the proper mindset. And the thing is, reading can actually be a productive and relaxive action. You know, if you think about it like a word, like relaxation and like a good time spending, not as you need to read to become smart, but you want to read more, you know? It's kind of slim and tough, but it really is important. On your preparation phase, it's also super important to actually prepare for a book and pick it wisely, as your time is limited, you can't read every single book out there, so you gotta choose smart and only the best ones, as your time is your greatest value that is inevitably spent by reading. Make a bit of your own research. Check out the summary, it's a really nice way to actually get a hand on a book. And you can also check what people are saying about this book. Check a book review on internet, on YouTube, overall review of the book. One also ultra tip that really got me into it is to read before you sleep, just in your bed. You place a book, and when you commit it to like sleep, just past that point of like 10 minutes, grab a book and start to read it. Just a few pages, 1 page, 2 pages. The third part, reading. Make your reading so fun that you don't want to go and do anything else. Try audiobooks, it might be truly life-changing experience. I didn't want to listen to books, I found it weird, but actually in a bus on my way to the gym, in a bus on my way to the hiking, in the bus on my way on to climbing, when I sleep, when I hike, when I eat, when I dream, I don't know. It's amazing. Try this out. Start with absurdly small portions, and if you want to read more, it's absolutely fine. Start with like one page, just one page a day. It's so easy to neglect it, as it is so easy to read it. So be serious about it and read one page a day. Make a commitment, it really helps. Read what's interesting. If the chapter is boring, or you like for some reasons like you already know the chapter, or you don't want to hear about this, it's too controversial for you, too hard, just skip it. It's absolutely fine. Some chapters are boring, are complicated, are what you already know. It's just that you evaluate your time every day and every time you read a chapter. And when you become more pro to how to evaluate your time to actually read or not to read, that is my question, you realize that you really can skip chapters and it's absolutely fine. And this one I really love. Absolute nonsense that you should read every book till the end. It's such a waste of time, man. If I were to read every single book to the end, I would have read none. Like maybe one, two. My first like 2 books. That's all. Because there is trash in people's minds in 90% of the time now, especially. So, feel free to skip on books. I have like I don't know, like 50 to 100 books, and among like half of them I read maybe a few chapters, but they were really interesting, they were life-changing, they were insightful, and I loved them so much, and I have a good understanding of what this book is about. As I read maybe a few sentences in each chapter to realize whether it's interesting, worth my time, or not. Reading consistently must be challenging sometimes, but remember that if you enjoy the process, it will go just as it should. Enjoy your life, and thank you for watching.